Hi.
Hi.
Thanks for being patient with me. I just got done with a previous engagement.
Okay.
We're gonna get ready here. Um, just some preliminaries. Anything that I channel and come up, you're free to interrupt me if you have a question surface or if you want to take it in a certain direction. You don't have to. You don't really have to say anything unless you want to, but we're going to get the information regardless. Sometimes people want to kind of direct it in a way, and the information will still come whether or not you're going to do that. So it's totally up to you. And I was also called to do like a little bit of healing for you as well. I don't know if we talked about that. Did we? I think we
We just touched on it.
So I'm going to start with that. I'm going to do a little bit of healing on you. It's going to kind of open you up and sort of recalibrate you so that things can be a little bit more clear. And then maybe we're going to get a lot more specific information and clear information for you. It's going to make sense for you. So all I need from you is to be comfortable, sit comfortable, and make sure that your feet are touching the ground. And as I do this part, it's probably going to be like 5 or 10 minutes. Your guides are telling me to go light with you because you've just got so many things. I know that when we first talked, I had that sense also that you've just got the whole kitchen sink kind of going on. So we're just going to take it one step at a time. And that makes sense why they would want you to do this healing too. So now that you have both of your feet touching the ground, I just want you to rest your arms down however you want to, just so that the palms are facing upwards.
Okay.
You can open your eyes, close your eyes. It doesn't make any difference for me, just whatever makes you feel comfortable. Okay? So let's start here. Hmm. Banshee safe passage. Mm. Oh, no. Oh. Mm. Seen and unseen, and known and unknown, through thick and thin, as above, so below. In health, wealth, abundance, alignment, freedom, security, clarity, peace, empowerment, connection, reciprocity, and fulfillment of the mind, body, soul, on all levels, dimensions, and levels of dimensions. Did you feel anything?
Yes. A couple of times I felt some tingling in my hands. And the one time when you were making the gesture like this,
Mm.
it felt like something was pulling out of me.
I'm always curious what people sense. There's some things that are more common, other things that are less common that come up. Some people see colors as well. Did you see anything?
No.
Okay. So that is great that you felt that pull and release. I know that the first talk we had, I sort of used the analogy we tug on one string and then other stuff is often connected to that.
Hmm.
So we can start with your premier topic of interest. Um, do you want me just to go into it, or do you want to phrase a question?
You can just go into it.
Okay. So, well, you've got a lot of premier talks of, or topics of interest. We'll start with abundance, money, because you've got a limited income. And there's this kind of love and hate it aspect that I'm feeling. Um, you appreciate that you've got something regular and steady. So, in a sense, it's reliable, it's dependable, it's expected, but it's not enough. It's not much, right? So, you feel stuck between a rock and a hard place where, well, it could be a welfare trap too, which is pretty common in the States. It's like if you do try to make more money or do something that brings in more money, you end up making less money somehow, some way.
Yes. I'm
There's,
not allowed to earn anything.
I know, if it gives you some consolence, I was in your shoes for many years. I had Lyme disease, and I didn't know it was Lyme disease for the first 7 or 8 years that I had it. But I basically couldn't work and I was on all the types of welfare you could possibly get. It's easier these days to get it if you're like a single mother. But if you're a single guy, it was a challenge. Because I went through Social Security trying to get disability and all of that. I went through a trial, and then the judge actually pulled me out to the side during intermission, and she said, "Look, I really want to help you. I think that you're genuinely ill, but this is a hard case for me to do, and I've got one hand tied behind my back." I was really shocked she said that, and I
Wow.
ended up not getting it, but she wished me well, and everything ended up where I ended up where I needed to be. Everything happened for a reason. I get that with you, but you need some assurance with it. You need to start somewhere. I'm also hearing this too. Take this with a grain of salt. Just because you're not supposed to do something doesn't mean they need to know what you're doing and not doing.
Yeah, I've been told I should go to markets and fairs and such and sell things.
If it feels great, you should do it. Because we have to get you to a place where you start trusting that what feels good is good. Because there's a sense of distrust that what seems right could bite you in the ass someday because you've been traumatized really by people taking advantage of your sincerity. You have been tricked. You've been bamboozled. You've had your trust broken by a man I'm seeing who was a friend. He probably could have been more too, at least he gave the impression that he was, and you felt that too. But I'm just getting that he really didn't show his hand until the very end, and that really shocked you because prior to that, you already felt that way, a mistrust of people in general, because
Hmm.
you were hurt in another fashion, in another way that broke your trust in people. And then he came along and sort of you felt like you were safe to trust again. And I'm getting like 1, 2 years go by of building that. And then he sort of just like shocked you, and you're like, oh my God, you took on all that pain as your responsibility. That's the first thing we're going to talk about right now. That is not all your fault. You need to really feel that in your bones. You need to accept that. Sometimes shit things happen to the best of us. And I'm like a poster child for this. Trust me. I have gone through this my entire life so far. I'm not too old. I'm not young either, but it kind of reminds me, it gives me a flavor of my own circumstance. I'll just talk about it briefly because it might help you, and I think you can relate to this a lot. So, I met a woman years ago, and I met her through an amazing chance. I actually saw her before I met her. It was about 4 years prior to actually meeting her. I was in a really tough spot in my life, and I prayed my heart out to the universe, to God, and I said, please just show me who I'm meant for. I need the one. Because I've been through the ringer. I mean, I've had quite a lot of different experiences with narcissistic type of abusers and women in my life prior. I just that's what I was dealt. So I went through that. And now looking back, I see how it really taught me a lot. But anyway, I found this gal found me. And I don't know if you've heard about twin flames.
Hmm.
There's a lot that goes with that. That's a big topic. But anyway, she ended up being my twin flame. I didn't know it at first. I learned about it through her, and it was absolutely heaven and hell put together. Everything that I needed to heal showed up in that relationship, in the dynamics. Everything. No stone was left unturned. And every positive aspect of myself that I needed to appreciate and love and acknowledge was also there in her. It ended up that she betrayed me very, very, like she really did me dirty. And there were kids involved too, which is something that really pisses me off because I didn't have the best childhood growing up. And she was when I met her, she was a single mother of two and two different dads. And me being the way that I am, I didn't judge her for it or nothing. But I've learned now not to let my guard down completely like that for people, and that doesn't mean I don't love people. It means I love myself and them simultaneously. So I feel like you've gone through a very similar process. After I just got hurt from her, it took me a full year. to kind of piece my heart back together. I was a mess. I was an absolute mess. People that knew me that time, they called me a walking corpse because
Mm.
I looked so bad, and I had a drug abuse problem then too because I leaned on, what could take the pain away and what I could forget. And I got clean after about a year with that. And then I met someone new. And guess what? The exact same thing happened all over again in a new package. And it was like, I got a left hook, like right to the ribs. And then I got an absolute sucker punch right after it. And that's the closest thing I can explain or relate to with what I feel with you. I feel like you got a double 1-2 punch like that over like a long period of time where you got knocked back, you thought you couldn't recover, you did, and then the same fucking thing, pardon my French, happened again. And then you're like, and then you take it all on as your responsibility. That's the hardest part. You're like, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me, kind of thing. You need to soften that up. You need to forgive yourself. And you need to appreciate that you are human, that sometimes this is just our path. It doesn't mean you're condemned to it. I wasn't condemned to it, but it happened that way for me. A 1-2 sucker punch. Same thing happened to you. You've got to forgive yourself for that. It is not all you. It's not all on you. You couldn't have seen it and you didn't see it. That's the whole point. You were not meant to have seen it. But now that you've seen it twice, you know that it is possible and you know that others go through it. Partially for me sharing this and partially because you see it in your friend group too, where you see it in large, in society. So that's the first thing. I see there's ice cream. I'm seeing like an ice cream cone, um, like a Belgian waffle cone. It's it's like maple nut, I think. Is that your favorite?
No. I do make my own ice cream.
Oh, okay. Maybe it's coming as confirmation if you were asking for confirmation earlier, like, hey, give me a sign that there's no way he's gonna know. That's that. So I get these a lot because people like to test me, and I'm like, don't try to test me because it'll work. Um, so yeah. And then I'm seeing a block of cheese, like a very almost comical, very standard block of cheese that's like Swiss. It's got the holes in it. I feel like this is symbolic, though. What is this a symbol
Mm.
for? I feel sometimes during these sessions, your loved ones can come through. Do you have unfinished business with mom?
Not that I know of. We had a pretty good couple of years after my dad passed together.
She's coming through. She wants to share something. I'm seeing a pistachio. I'm seeing like olive loaf of, is it like sliced ham with olives in it, green olives? It's like
Hmm.
I kind of grew up with these with my great grandmother and my grandparents too. They're very German heritage. So we had it reminds me of that anyway. It's like gives me a feeling of like get-togethers or family reunions. I feel like your mother really liked the aspect of family. She wanted that to be her rock.
Hmm.
She's sort of disappointed with some of your siblings, but not so much with you because you sort of appreciate that more. Maybe you didn't when you were younger, but I feel like as you got older, you kind of appreciated that. Do you have a brother, an older brother?
Younger brother.
Oh, I just heard her say, take care of him.
Yeah, he lost his job not too long ago and he's starting a new career.
Yeah, he's struggling more than he seems to be because he doesn't want to burden any of you. That's what I'm getting. Can you kind of sense
Yeah,
when you're talking to him?
yeah.
Yeah. Point it out. Make sure he can't hide from that. Like poke at him. You can even say, "Hey, I had a psychic reading and he said, you can't hide this. It's okay. I've gone through stuff too. I'm going through my own stuff. We're here to lean on each other. Your mom would appreciate that if you kind of poked at him a little bit. Not too much.
Okay.
Be like, "Hey, how you doing?" Or just like reminisce about some old memories or something. Give him a call. He'll like that. It's gonna it's gonna lift his mood because he needs to stop focusing. I know this isn't supposed to be his reading, but it's just like he needs to stop focusing on the negative so much. It's okay to see it, but don't just think that's the whole thing. That's the whole experience or the whole shebang. Like it's meant to help him grow, not to crush him. He might be a little dramatizing right now over that. Like, oh, like I'm seeing it like Shakespearean. Oh no, like that. And it's like, it's not gonna be that way, bro. Just it'll be okay. Just give it a while. 3 months. In 3 months, he'll be on his feet again, and he's probably gonna like it way better than he's doing now. But back to you. Speaking of career and making money and stuff, you've got some passions. You've got some hobbies that you can make money from. Why don't you apply yourself? You've got a little bit of a perfectionism bone in your body that's holding you back. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Stop it. I just heard someone say, stop it. Like joking. I don't know if you've seen that meme. Um, my wife is kind of younger than me. She's a Gen Z, and so they're all about sharing memes and stuff. And it reminds me of this Michael Jordan meme where there was a commercial a long time ago with Michael Jordan, and it was like an infomercial, and he just looks at the camera and he says, "Stop it, get some help." And it's for like health. And I'm seeing that like just pop up as a meme to kind of use humor to loosen you up a little bit. But it is true. You got to start. You just got to start. The rest will come through. And that's part of the beauty of it too. It's like art. You work with your hands. What is it? Are you making trinkets, jewelry?
I have made jewelry, yes.
That's one of
I,
them.
I do a lot of crafting.
People will pay you for that.
I like to work with chainmail jewelry.
So what's stopping you? Rhetorical question. What's keeping
Yeah.
you? Sure, the piece doesn't come out perfect, but remind yourself that that's what art's about. Art is about the process. It's not about any sort of destination. It's about you doing it. Try to focus on how it feels to be in the zone, just putting links together and seeing a vision take off. It's the building process that's so rewarding to you. It's like, oh gosh, just a step ago, this didn't exist, and now it does. It might evolve a little bit as it goes. That's the beautiful thing about art, right? I've been an artist my whole life and a musician too, so I get it. And I've also got the perfectionism bone in my body. It's taken a lot of years to really loosen that up. But I think if you get into it and you really love it, you're going to be surprised at what attention it gets. That's the other thing. The first thing is you just got to do it and don't judge yourself. And the second part is you've got to be visible. You are hiding. You're very reclusive these days.
Yes.
Yeah. You they're asking me to ask you, have you heard about human design?
No.
You should look into this. I think it's going to be interesting to you. You're going to think it's kind of cool because you like astrology, you like tarot, you like um, crystals and yoga and the a lot of the what would you call it? Gateway drugs to spirituality. Um, Human design is like astrology on steroids. And um, you remind me of myself because you might be a 6'2" profile. They call it a 6'2" profile. They have something called profiles in human design, which consist of two numbers. The first number talks about your sort of outward personality, your persona, how people perceive you, your public role in the world. And the second number is your inner world, your personal life, your private life. A 6'2" is what I am, and I have a few friends and um, clients that are as well, but we tend to be very reclusive. It gives me a similar flavor. But a six, so the two of the 6'2" talks about the hermit type of personality we've got. Kind of want to, back off a little bit. But the six part is the role model because we go through life and people tend to just kind of look up to us. They see that we've been through a lot, we've learned a lot. We're kind of like the wise men of the old ages, like the village elder types where everybody goes to and be like, oh well, he's been there, seen that, or she's experienced that. You might want to go consult them. But it's like I had this as a kid, even growing up, no matter what age people were, they always felt super comfortable to open up things to me that they'd never tell anybody in a million years. I get that.
I get that.
Yeah, you get that, don't you? So
Hmm.
I'm willing to bet you're a 6'2" profile. Um, so that I'm going to give you some homework after this session. Go look up human design, and I can send you a link to the website to see. All you have to do is enter your full birthday information, and it'll tell you your whole chart. And then
Okay.
if we get into a long-term healing program, like I was talking about, then we can dive into that if you wanted and get the real specifics off of that. Because human design is great. It is like astrology on steroids. It tells you everything about your tendencies, even like how you should eat, um, the style of work you should do, if you should be passive, if you should be directed in your work life, your personal life, timelines for things. It's really all encompassing. But I fell into that rabbit hole years ago when I got introduced to it, and I just get the feeling that you're gonna think it's pretty rad. It's gonna be pretty cool. So, and they named it specifically as we're going through this. So I'm like, okay, I've got to mention it to her. I'm seeing bananas too. You don't have to answer this if this is too personal, but do you have occasional arrhythmias or like a irregular heartbeat or like you get a fast heart sometimes or feeling short-winded?
Very seldom, but
Okay.
it has happened.
Okay. Potassium. I feel like you might be predisposed to potassium deficiency.
Yeah,
Uh,
I get kidney stones.
oh, okay. So there's something to that. So I'm just seeing a banana and I'm getting it's literal. So you need more potassium. If you've been craving banana, listen,
Okay.
don't ignore it. Sweet potatoes have potassium too, if you've got those on hand.
Hmm.
Or dark leafy vegetables even, like kale. I think you enjoy a nice crispy kale. That would be just as fine too. Just got to make sure you cook it thoroughly in that case. We're getting into diet now, if that's all right with you, because I'm seeing soy. You need like a good quality, naturally fermented soy sauce. I think that's gonna help
Hmm.
you because you've got some kind of like hormonal thing too. It's very slight, but it is where your sudden mood changes can kind of come from. Because I feel like you do just get irritated at random intervals, and you're like, why am I just
Hmm.
why did that small comment throw me off? I feel like it's much less about the comment and more about the underlying stuff going on. Okay, well, we're getting a lot of information now. Here's where all the strings are coming. So, okay, you are very sensitive to electromagnetic frequencies, especially with 5G cell towers. You need to do something about that.
Hmm.
You need to turn off your router at night. Can you do that?
Hmm.
It's a little bit of a pain in the ass. But just before you go to bed, literally turn it off. And then when you wake up, turn it back on.
Okay.
I think it's going to make a huge difference. It's going to surprise you because you don't always get the best quality sleep.
Mm-mm.
Not always getting like a restful sleep, even though you've got like 7, 8 hours. I think it's your mitochondria. They're a little sluggish. We've got spiritually and emotionally, I see there's just so much baggage and grief that you're having to process because you've taken it on as your own responsibility. There's a real need for you to let go and cut off, like let fall by the wayside some of this extra weight that doesn't really belong to you or is not appropriate for you to shoulder or process. But you're holding on to it. Why is she holding on to it? Why are you holding on to it? For comfort, I just heard. Why is it? Do you have any ideas to why that might comfort you to hold on to the feeling of you're responsible for this, you're responsible for that? Maybe because it
No.
gives you a sense that you can do something about it. Like if you're responsible for it, that means that you have the agency to affect it or not. Well, I'm here to tell you
Mm.
that you don't always have agency. You don't always have a say in something. You don't always have an impact or control over something or someone. Especially with this dude, like I know he really done you dirty. I'm sorry that you had to go through that, but at the same time, this is for your benefit, I just heard. It's gonna bring the right person to you, and they're gonna look and feel and approach you in a whole new way. But in order to be receptive to that or ready for that, you need to let this go. It's not going to be a simple light switch on off, let them go kind of thing. This is something we could really work on in a long-term program, actually. And that's probably why it came up when I first talked to you. It doesn't come up with everybody. Some people, it's just like, okay, we'll do a session or, whenever you want to call back later, or if you're good to go, you're good to go. But I feel like you would benefit a lot from unraveling that because there's a lot to unravel there. There's many different experiences that you went through with him, some new, some old. And I feel like part of the reason you're not letting go of some of it is that it doesn't make sense to you as to why it happened or how it happened. Some of it gets into like the topic of his mental health. Like, was he crazy? Was he bipolar? Did he have memory loss? Did he have early onset dementia? I don't even know because he's made himself inaccessible to a large degree as well. So there's a lot there. I'm seeing beef jerky too. I don't know, like a Slim Jim or something.
Mm.
Like one of those comically long, super salty, nasty, compacted beef sticks that you buy at
Oh,
stations.
yeah, they're gross.
Yeah, it's like a whip.
Huh.
I don't know why I'm seeing that. Um, feel like you have something to ask though. Just reminded by someone. It's like let her ask her question, let her speak. Is there anything coming up or anything you want to kind of go down that road?
Not right now, no.
I'm seeing a killer whale, like an orca. Does that mean something to you?
No.
Pacific Northwest, killer whales
That's where my best friend lives.
hunt in pods. Have you been there and swam there? I'm getting like Washington State, Oregon. It's not California.
He's in very northern California, up by the Oregon border.
Okay. Like by
And
Eugene.
I have an ex-husband in Portland.
Or do you like the movie Free Willy? Or do you like orcas? What is it about the orcas? I'm trying to dig for more. See if they'll tell
I
me.
don't know.
What's the orcas about? I'm getting a sense it might be like past life or something. Do you love swimming? Are you one of those people who feels like swimming is ultimate freedom?
I used to dream that I could breathe underwater.
You do give me kind of like a mermaid vibe. My wife is like that. She could live in the sea. She'd probably prefer it that way. That's why we live on an island now. She absolutely loves it. Like it's good for both of our mentality and our health too. It's like an echo from that era, that past. I think it's also where your sense of needing to belong and community being there for you comes and why you're grieving that. I feel like in a lot of the communities that you've been part of, you felt the pull to be the leader in a sense, even if you didn't want it to be that way. Sometimes you just rather be in the sidelines. You just rather be one of the, but I don't know, it's like a slight annoyance of like needing to be the one to take the initiative to show the other people, hey, this is how we could do this. I feel like you're a little bit fatigued from that. It's almost like the situation demands it of you if you're the only one to see something happening. Like, for example, if you're in a gal group and one of the members, one of your friends, is in a new relationship and she doesn't see that this guy is probably pulling a number on her and maybe the other gals are going along with it too, but you're the only one who smells something's off. It's kind of an annoying place to be. It's like do I say something or not? And then if I do, I really have to own this. And then I really have to demonstrate my leadership and my knowledge and be the rock. And it's just, I feel like you're a little bit exhausted by needing to do that or be that role. Does that resonate with you?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. It's hard for you to just, it's part of why it's hard for you to just let go and receive too, and trust that you're going to be taken care of in the way that you need to be.
Mhm.
You had to grow up so fast. You learned that you have to be independent for everything in order to get your needs met. But that's also the seed that began your perfectionism, that's also now getting in your way as far as opportunities turning into something. And that goes
Mhm.
directly back to your primary question of what am I going to do for money? Well, it's nothing in specific. It's something in general, but it's big. It's the bottleneck. It's the cork that you need to unplug. You really need to just let it flow and let the process reveal itself to you. As you start, you literally just have to make a step in the right direction. Focus on what feels right, what feels good, what feels rewarding, because integrity is very important to you. So it's not like you have to give up your integrity just to get paid. That's part of what's keeping you stubbornly stuck too, because you assume that you have to give up at least some of your integrity to do anything worthwhile as far as what's going to pay you something in addition to what you're getting. That's not true. I think that's total BS. They want me to say it that way too. It's like, it's okay.
Okay.
You tell it to her that way. She'll be fine. I know some of my clients might cry at that, but I think you need to hear it that way. Like it is that it has to be delivered to you that bluntly. Like that's not true. That is not true. You are wrong. I'm seeing Trump too, Donald Trump, wrong. You know how he says that?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Wrong, wrong. I get that. I get that a lot. Actually, I got that yesterday personally myself as I was falling to sleep. Because I'll ask my guides things too and be like a yes or a no. Because I sometimes I'm really impatient and I need to know, and I get kind of harsh with myself. And I'm like, tell me, is this really what it is or not? Is this true? And then my main guide, who's such a jokester, he'll come through and he'll show me like in his Trump face and be like, Wrong. He's like, and then he's like, I just kidding. It's right. That's true. Now I'm seeing a soft serve cone. First, I saw like a really nice ice cream in a waffle cone, or like a Belgian waffle cone, like a curl cone, like a real crunch cone. Now I'm seeing one of those cheap, like more air than anything, like
Dairy
commun
Queen.
communion wafer cone with like a soft serve dollop in it. Yeah. I don't know, but it's chocolate. I don't know what that's about.
Always.
Do you know what that means?
No, but it's always chocolate.
Yeah, me too. I you can't go wrong with chocolate. But yeah, I don't know. Some of this might make sense to you later, which is another reason why I record these. I'm getting a lot of visuals with you, and I'm just getting like a really big sense that you're stuck because you're getting in your own way. You need it to be perfect. It's not gonna be, at least not now. Let it be messy, let it be unknown, but you're almost over prepared. Do you know what I mean? You just got to start.
Okay.
You just got to start with your crafts at least. I'm seeing playing cards right now too. Do you like to play? I'm not big on card games. What's like 21 or like blackjack?
Years ago, I
Yeah,
used to play spades a lot.
there we go. Because I actually saw a suit of spades. I should have said that. Um, something to that. Something to that. Maybe play with your brother or include your brother in a game if he lives somewhat nearby.
Oh, he's in Indiana.
Yeah, it's not gonna. Ooh, Indiana.
Yeah.
Tell him to move out of there. Get to somewhere better. Um, this is really random. This hardly ever happens. Do you mind if I ask my wife something? They're saying because she's psychic too, and I never usually
Okay.
do her, but I think it's gonna help you because she'll get stuff just with no context whatsoever, like me too. Yellow flowers, small yellow flowers. You're seeing that for her? Do you get it? Really, before I asked, even she said, because I was feeling it, I was like, I didn't want to say anything. Sometimes I
Mm.
little yellow flowers. I know I'm getting so much visual. She's right here. I'm getting so many visuals with Marlo too, and very specific items. It's like they're very focused on these specific items. You might see these things in your upcoming future. Know that they are signposts for being on the right path, the right direction, because I feel like in those circumstances, you might be making a decision or you might be considering something along the lines of what we're talking about, taking a step forward, taking a leap of faith, however small, not knowing where it's going to lead, but it feels right because trust is an exercise. It's not something that can be cured or not. You just have to practice it. I know easier said than done, but it is true. It's a calisthenic activity. If you're out of shape with trust, you literally got to start small. Macaroni and cheese, that's coming up with bacon, bacon bits fried into it. That sounds good.
I just made that recently.
Okay. Did you ask them for lots of signs and stuff before coming on, just to be like, is he legit? Is this real? Because sometimes that'll happen.
No.
Okay. Yeah, the feeling of home. I just heard that. She needs to feel home. You need to feel at home. I feel like you're struggling with that.
hmm
Like the question you ask yourself is where is home? What is home? Oh, man. But what did I say that you should do for homework again?
Start my crafting
Yeah, look into
and look into oh, what was it again?
human design.
Human design,
I'll send you
yes.
a link. I'll send you a link for that because I just looked at the time. We're actually over. Um, do you want to go a little bit more? They're asking me to ask you. I do actually have time until my next appointment.
Okay,
Um, can you send me the rest of it right now while we're on the call, like the difference? Is that okay?
we should probably end it then.
Okay. Because you've got health stuff too, just coming.
Hmm.
That's going to be a big topic. That's a lot of stuff because there are many things that you can do about that.
Okay,
Um, but that's a good segue for talking about a program. I think it would help
okay,
a lot because you've got so many moving parts to this, and we can help you pinpoint what to work on first as you go through this because I feel like you kind of want to do it all at once. But right now, I really do feel like focusing on what's going to bring in sustenance and money, i.e., how am I going to feel worthy? How do I associate my worth with what the external world is either validating or not validating of me? That's the big thing. And then after that, there's health related, and then there's this heartache, this hardship with like, where's my companion? How do I know? Do I even have a companion? Because there's part of you that wants to give up on that. Being like, well, maybe it's just not for me. I'm never going to have this in my life. I don't think that's true. I really don't. I don't see that's true at all. So we can help you with that. But being on a program, we would meet once every 2 weeks for an hour, and then we can really get into this. And you're also going to see as we go forward from here in the next couple of days, you're going to feel things from the healing that we did because this healing will continue. It's not like Reiki. The healing just connects parts of your soul together. So you're going to see things clearer in your own life. Things that are uncomfortable, that are not right for you, are going to be just that. And maybe some of these signposts that we were talking about earlier with like mac and cheese and ice cream and God knows what else I said. Um,
bananas.
right. Yeah, bananas. Going to come along the path and kind of show you what next step to do because it's like a step by step, little by little is going to be worth its weight in gold for you.
Okay,
I'll send you the numbers for that and just how it breaks down. It's essentially pricing it like a package of many uh, sessions
hmm,
just at a discount because you have them all together. And with my programs, just like with my sessions, I also offer the half off if you decide to share anything that we record,
okay,
make into little sound bites and whatnot. Again, I appreciate that very much because that helps me be visible and just kind of show people what it is that I do. I hate talking about
hmm,
what it is that I do or giving myself names or labels because people do that anyway. I'd rather just show you what it is that I do. By the way, you should do this too with your arts and crafts. Don't tell people what it is that you do, show them.
okay,
You need to be more visible. I said that earlier. I know it's scary, but you got to start. You got it. Again, it goes back to you got to start small. Got to start
yeah,
some. That you should do that for your homework also.
okay,
One small thing with arts and crafts, and maybe just maybe record yourself doing it, time lapse, live stream, take a picture, share it on social media, something. Let people see you.
okay.
Okay.
Yep. And that was human design.
Yeah, I'll send it to you right after we get off.
Okay.
Yeah, I can do that.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I think I got a feeling that you're gonna love it. I really, I really got into it, and I still am into it. It's one of those things that the further you dig into it, the bigger the rabbit hole goes, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And if you like astrology, you're gonna get a kick out of it. It's very helpful.
Okay.
All right. So
Sounds good.
yeah, that was a lot there. So I'm going to upload our recording onto YouTube as the whole thing. And then after I do that, I'll send you the link so you can go back and review. I think it's going to be helpful with a lot of the very specific things I said to look out for. I get this all the time where
Okay.
clients message me days, weeks, months, even years it's happened later and say, "Oh my God, remember when you said blah, blah, blah?" And I'm usually like, "No, not really. That's part of the reason why we do this." But they're like, "Hey, you said that, and oh my God, this happened. It was in the future." So, um, what my wife said too, little yellow flowers. But
Okay.
so there you go. That's a good first start. We'll keep in
Okay.
touch. I'll send you those things. I'll send you the items, and I'll
All
touch base
right.
with you in a little bit, a couple days or so.
Thank you.
All right, take care. See you later.
Thank you. Bye bye.